Hey Internet, welcome to Why Am I Watching This? My name is Kyle. This week I'm reviewing Why I Wore Lipstick to My Mastectomy, starring Sarah Chalke from Scrubs, Jay Harrington from Better Off Ted, and Patti LaBelle from Patti LaBelle. The movie begins with Sarah Chalke visiting a strip club, so already I was on board. We quickly find out the reason she's at the strip club is to decide whether or not she wants to get a mastectomy. She actually has some pretty musings on the power of a woman's breast.
Jugs. Men have fought and died for them. Yes, died for them, just so that they can bury their heads in them. What men don't know is that they're hardwired to make idiots of themselves over them, because breasts are a symbol of a woman's fertility. So they sneak peeks at them, look at pictures of them, talk about them, grab and touch them, and pay to see them.
Then she goes over her feelings about lipstick. Apparently she is more of a lip gloss girl. She tells us that lipstick is powerful, especially red. Now this is news to me because I always thought that lip gloss was what you wore during the day and lipstick was what you wore at night. So I didn't really realize that lipstick carried so much power with it. The movie flashes back 10 days to a standard conference room scene establishing that Chalke's character, Geraldine, is a successful television news magazine writer. We then meet her two BFFs, one who is Asian and is quickly characterized as supportive and smart because she's wearing glasses and because she's Asian, and the other whose sole characteristic is that she cannot find a man.
Do you have a date after work today? Come on, if I had a date, don't you think that would be the first thing out of my mouth?
Seriously, every line that comes out of this character's mouth is something about not being able to find a man. It's supposed to be comic relief, but it comes off as sad. First time we meet Geraldine's husband, Tyler, he considers joining her in the shower for sex. So we know they're doing okay. The sex is interrupted when Geraldine finds a lump underneath one of her breasts, and her doctor husband says it's probably nothing to worry about. Geraldine soon finds out her lump is malignant, and her doctor recommends a mastectomy. Her second opinion recommends a double mastectomy, and her third doctor recommends a lumpectomy, which is the most socially viable option, right? Geraldine is quick to assume, because the doctor is male, that he would rather her risk her life than lose one of her breasts. Yes, even middle-aged oncology specialists would rather a woman die than lose one of her breasts. Now Geraldine has a huge dilemma on her hands, and her husband gives her the advice that was right under her nose the entire time. You're a journalist. Use your journalistic skills, dummy.
It's what you do. I don't know. I mean, you took 3 weeks to research our dry cleaner. You are a researcher. Do the research.
Key research montage. She opts for the mastectomy, and as the title tells us, she wears lipstick to her surgery. And then in a very rushed voiceover, she tells us that she considers lipstick her war paint.
I'm going into battle for my life, a battle that I fully intend to win. And this lipstick is my war paint.
People, we've just tried to do some heavy symbolism. The rest of the movie consists of Geraldine's experiences with chemotherapy, coping with the loss of her breast, and getting back to business in the boudoir, if you know what I mean. I mean sex. Patti LaBelle plays Geraldine's chemo buddy, Monisha, but as it turns out, Monisha is not Monisha's real name. Monisha is Monisha's porn name. The girls go around the room and tell each other their porn names.
But everybody should have a porno name just in case. You see, I took the name of my first pet, the street I grew up on, I put them together, Monisha Alpine.
I just realized something. Going by these rules, Both my younger brother and sister would have the same porn name as me, which can only mean one thing. Kirk, Kaylee, if I die, one of you must take my place. I'll do that one more time just because it's fun. I just realized something. Going by these rules, both my younger brother and sister would have the same porn name as me, which can only mean one thing. Kirk, Kaylee, if I die, one of you must take my place. Tyler goes to chemo to pick Geraldine up, but she's not there. He returns home to find her getting drunk with her flat character friends, so he trashes the flowers he bought for her and goes to bed. Then Geraldine pops in on Tyler and sees him talking to a woman at his job, and it looks totally work-related, but she gets mad. Doesn't make any sense. It's kind of stupid. Just thrown in there. I don't know. This week's gay moment takes place in a hair salon in Queens, where Geraldine goes to find a wig. The hairdresser and drag queen patrons fawn over her and lift up her spirits. Yes, if you do not have a gay friend in your day-to-day life, then you are more than welcome to drop in on any of our gay establishments for one of us to brighten your day. It's called Rent-A-Gay. Look it up. It's available in most metropolitan areas, and we will drive to the suburbs. She goes to a photo shoot for a magazine article about breast cancer survivors. The only thing is she has to take her photo nude. Once again, she asks for her red lipstick. I actually dug this movie, although it certainly has its flaws. It's based on the memoir by the actual Geraldine Lucas, who was a writer for 2020 and was diagnosed with breast cancer at the very young age of 27. She is currently an executive director of public affairs at Lifetime, so that's one way to get your book made into a movie. Because it's based on a book that covered a lot of ground, the filmmakers rushed through much of what the book had to say. And because of that, the movie suffers from flat characters. In fact, I don't think I got to know Geraldine very well at all. I rooted for her only because I didn't want her to die, not because I felt connected to her. I'm sure it's a fine book, but they really could have done a better job on the film if they had narrowed in on one subject, such as the marital strain between Tyler and Geraldine. Instead, the movie is episodic in form, so that after every commercial break, we're rushed through another aspect of her cancer, and then another, and another, and another, until it's pretty much over, and we're told, oh yeah, by the way, Patti LaBelle's character died, the end, moral of the story, go get a breast exam. But no, there's a lot of positivity going on in the story. It's a good survivor tale. If you want to know more, I would suggest visiting the website whyiworelipstick.com. It's a pretty cool website about breast cancer awareness. Because of the rush pacing and one-dimensional characterizations, I'm giving Why I Wore Lipstick to My Mastectomy 3 Beckys out of 5.